Hi, here's Paula J from CQURE. Good to see you again. So what's in for today? Well, we're gonna extract information from logs, but particularly we're gonna recover logs. So if, for example, your EVTX file, for some reason, so the event log file, it's corrupted, we're gonna teach you how to fix it. But on the other hand, if you are participating in forensics project and you do the memory dump and you would like to get access to some logs that are still processed in the memory and to make them readable, our tool is also used for that. So two things in one episode. Enjoy, let's dig in. One of the most interesting tools that we use for memory analysis is CQURE recovery. And the reason why it's interesting is because it allows us to recover EVTX files, which is not trivial because inside EVTX files, you've got lots of different mechanisms that are preventing editing files. So when you try to, for example, change something in the EVTX files, then they will be simply corrupted because of the internal signing mechanism. So you've got different chunks that are signed, you've got groups of chunks that are signed. So any modification simply changes the integrity of the file. So it's not trivial really to gather portions of data that we are able to extract from the memory and then make it integral. So let's have a look at how we are able first to extract from the memory EVTX files. Then we're going to see that these EVTX files are simply corrupted, and then with our tool you will be able to make them work. And with our tool you will be able to make them operable. So when we get into volatility, I'm specifying over here the analyze.dmp file from which we're going to extract the data, and the profile of the operating system in this case will be Windows 7, Windows 10, it doesn't really matter, so we just take sample dump, and at that point we will need to set up the module which we call DLL list, and DLL list exporting the output to DLL list.txt. And the reason why we're using this module is because we are searching for SVC host in the operating system that is responsible for hosting Windows event log service. And the reason why I'm doing this way is because when we just list processes in the operating system, you won't be able to pinpoint the process that is actually responsible for hosting Windows event log service. That's why. So it's a little bit like from the other side, but we have to do it this way to locate first DLL, and based on that we'll be able to see which SVC host is responsible for the Windows event log service. So let's have a look what we can do. So we got DLL list.txt, and after that we'll be searching here for WEVT, and not the API, but that's going to be the next one, SVC, this one selected in blue, and the process ID of SVC host, it's 848. So long story short, when we take this guy, we'll be able to export all of the files or whatever the handles are created from within this file. So long story short, the next parameter, it's going to be to use not DLL list but dump files. Here we go, like this. And we're going to specify that we would like to preserve the names from the process ID, so minus small p, this 848, minus capital D for directory, where we specify file handles like this, which is our folder to which we're going to be exporting anything that handles from this particular process are directing to. So handles in general could be, for example, to a file, could be to folder, could be to registry path, to DLL, whatever. So eventually what we care about is that Windows event log service has actually handles to files, and these are EVTX files. But not directly just to files, but in general, this particular handle indicates the place to which event log service supposed to save events while working, of course, on monitoring events. So these particular chunks of data which we're going to find in memory won't be integral, and that's where the whole secret is. So let's have a look what we can do over here. So right now we are exporting the content of handles from the file to the file handles folder. And as you can see, we already can see some extensions. So we can see EVTX popping up over here. So we can technically interrupt this because we already have what we want to have. And in this particular file handles directory, what we're going to see is the not integral, but still a list of event log files that were in the memory. And these are these chunks that were not saved to the disk yet. That's why it's so interesting to capture this moment. And when we look at the list of files, that basically looks like this. So we've got over here EVTX files with the VACB extension. So we can go over here to different files, and we can, for example, see this application log, which technically I'm going to copy. And let me actually paste it in the folder that we're going to be working on. And that's going to be the folder with that recovery tool. Okay, so here we go. We have a different console right now. We're going to get into the in folder. Please have a look. This folder right now is empty. Now I'm pasting on my side that particular file. And let's do it again. We've got this particular EVTX log file for application log. Now rename file. So we are renaming this particular file into the simple EVTX. And the reason why I'm doing this is to show you that even though we would like to open it, this file is going to be corrupted. And when the file is corrupted, it takes a little bit longer because we are trying to verify different types of checksum within the file. So at the end, we're able here to see that this event log file is corrupted. So that's quite nice. Now the next step will be just simply to recover it, and there isn't really much we can do, but we just need to run the tool, so it's that simple. So if we get into the out directory and we do dir, you're able to see that this particular directory is actually empty. So that's going to be the directory to which we're going to be recovering the EVTX file. So have a look. CQURE recovery.exe takes simply two parameters, the input folder with broken corrupted EVTX files, so our input folder is called in, and the output folder, same story, which we're going to be using for exporting fixed EVTX files. So if we press enter, now it tells us that we have successfully recovered 17 records, which is a great news because if we get into the out directory and we've got already here a file, we press enter and we try to open this particular file in the event log or the event viewer. And within the event viewer, if we go here to the bottom, then you are able to see that that's this particular file. The name is the same, of course, as you can see. So this is the EVTX file that we managed to recover directly from the memory dump that has been made on the targeted operating system. One of the nicest tools, I would say, because there aren't many options out there in the internet that are allowing us to actually fix EVTX. So not only you are able to use it for memory forensics, but you are also able to use it for fixing EVTX file during normal operations. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you're gonna download the package with the tools from this episode from our blog secureacademy.com/blog. And in order to get more episodes, more information, definitely please visit our blog. Thanks so much for watching.